You always seem to need your fingernails to be just a little bit longer right after you clip them.
The more you know, the closer you are to death.
Dad jokes are from dads, mom jokes are about mothers.
In literature, shows, or stories, if they tell you the plan, it's not going to work. If they don't tell you the plan, it's definitely going to work.
Smartphones are quite disappointing, given we were promised hoverboards.
Hair suddenly becomes gross the second it detaches from the body.
In police procedural shows, a famous guest star is nearly always the guilty one.
There's no system that has ever been created where all people are equal.
Almost all pictures of food show food that no longer exists.
It's adorable when pets make eating noises, but intolerable when a human does it.
12-year-olds like TV shows intended for adults. People in their 30s watch cartoon intended for children.
There is no feeling more bittersweet for an athlete than to be cut by a team that immediately goes on to win a championship.
It's impossible to have more descendants than your ancestors.
Planets we see in the night sky are actually reflected sunlight.
School teaches you lessons and tests you. Life tests you and teaches you lessons.
Using an umbrella when it rains is normal, but when it snows, it's weird, despite the fact that they have the same effect.
Maybe the dinosaurs were not extinct, they became a spacefaring civilization.
A predominant theme of children's cereal commercials of the 1980s and 1990s is characters attempting to keep other characters from obtaining the cereal being advertised.
It seems like it wouldn't be difficult for a crowd full of wizards to put a magical cushion in place at the bottom of the Quidditch pitch to keep players from being injured when they fall off their brooms.
It's okay to see a human leg or arm, as long as it's attached to a body.
Mrs. Incredible chooses her figure.
Dehydration headaches are water withdrawal symptoms.
Ideally, we want the plants and animals that you eat to be as healthy as possible, apart from being dead.
Mankind produced a lot of complicated rectangular boxes.
The more someone tries to be authentic, the less authentic they become.
There is a look of smug stupidity that only the overconfident possess.
I'm Bob Jeffy.
And I'm Lorelei Stewart. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with more shower thoughts. Bye for now.
Hey listeners, tired of all the doom and gloom on the news? Then check out the Get Happy Headlines podcast by my friends, Stella and Mickey. It's a podcast dedicated to bringing you family-friendly, uplifting stories from around the world. Give it a listen, I know you will like it. Search for Get Happy Headlines in your podcast player or check out the show notes page for the link. This podcast was produced by Klassic Studios. Please see the show notes page for source credits.